Welcome back, everybody, to Civilization 5. Winter is coming mod. So when we left off last time, Maxwell doing a good job of assaulting the wall. He's got some great mammoths in there at the moment. Going to be doing some good work. He's already got a little foothold south of the wall that the Starks just aren't able to do anything about. Last time we saw More Kaelin managed to fight off the Lannisters, but they do have a big fleet coming around, probably going to attack White Harbour. But I don't think they're going to have... Like, this is a lot of ships, but I don't know if they're going to... Because they're only going to be able to attack it one at a time. So I don't know if they're actually going to be able to do anything about it. And I've just noticed this little city here snuck in by Mance. Peter Baelish and the Vale doing a great job against Stannis Baratheon, taking a huge chunk of his land away. You see he's kind of split the Lannisters in half. The Ironborn not really showing up to the game either. They haven't really done much. The Tyrells fought a war against Dawn, but they just got absolutely obliterated because they were trying to squeeze through Renly Baratheon's lands, who's been quiet for a while, hasn't declared any wars recently, hasn't found any new cities either. Over in the east, the big news is Daenerys and Khal Drogo are squaring off against each other. Neither of them wanting to make the first move. They have signed a peace deal, as Daenerys was at war and was able to take this city away and has settled another city as well. But you can see these big armies squaring off against each other here. And what's this? Drogo has completed the Horse Gate, and the port of Ibn has declared war on Balon Greyjoy. Well, probably nothing gonna come of that whatsoever. So you can see there is a big war brewing between the Dothraki and Daenerys Targaryen. See, Daenerys has a lot of swordsmen here, some catapults, 3 elder dragons against what Drogo has. But Drogo's pushed his borders all the way down south here. He's grown his borders hugely over the last few turns. And Daenerys is going to have to do something about that. Because if the Dothraki can get an advantage, they are just going to push it home as hard as they can. We'll just take a look at the score, and Drogo is ahead of Daenerys at the moment. But if Daenerys can make a concerted push against this city here and try and take it before Khal Drogo can do anything about it, she may end up being able to sneak away some of his power. But anyway, over on Westeros, I think the real surprise in this one has been Peter Baelish and the Vale. He's done a great job here of just doing a great land grab and getting a whole bunch of stuff away from Stannis. Tywin Lannister still in the top spot. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do to the Starks, because the Starks are not having a good time. They're fighting this war of attrition with the Free Folk, and it's just not going well for them. You can see the Lannister ships, I think, have probably turned around, because I don't think they'll have been destroyed. They probably turned around and left when they realised they weren't going to be able to take White Harbour either. Done a little bit of damage to White Harbour, but it's nowhere near enough to really affect that city at all. And there we go, just business as usual in the north. You can see they do have the car hold has been blocked off. I'm surprised that Mance Rayder hasn't made more of an effort to take out that city, but I guess they're just focusing on the wall at the moment, Castle Black. And again, the Ironborn lost their army fighting against the Vale, and they've just not really been able to come back from that. Stannis is starting to build up an army now, though. We've got some of these red fiery hand warriors. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. And Renly also getting a bit of an army formed here. I'm going to see what they're going to be able to do. So it looks like the Tyrells didn't peace out with Dawn. They've actually, they just fell back, regained their strength, and you can see they've moved in now with these landed knights. They're a pretty powerful, unique unit for the Reach. Not really sure what their overall military strength is, but not having too good of a time trying to attack Lemonwood. They do not have enough ranged units here. As you can see, they have no ranged units. Well, they have this trebuchet. With the invention of the trebuchet, cities should start falling a lot faster than they were before. But it looks like the AI is not quite able to orchestrate its forces well enough to take Lemonwood, which is a shame. Dawn are hanging on. They haven't had a great time of it. Stuck down here in the south in the desert. Renly kind of blocked them in early on, and as did the Tyrells, founding this city here and then this city here. Kind of just blocked them in. They haven't had much of a chance to expand. You can see that Peter Baelish has completed the Bells of Norvos. The Lannisters have almost joined up their lands. You can see they've got some mountains, man. And they've got a huge force building up in the coast here. I wonder if that's going to be for Balon Greyjoy. Where you can see they're making a concerted effort for Moor Cailin now. Moor Cailin still, just about hanging on. If they can take out this Bannerman. Oh, this is going to be close. Moor Cailin needs to eliminate this Bannerman next turn, or Moor Cailin is going to fall to the Lannisters, and that's going to open up the whole of the north. There we go. Moor Cailin was able to take out the Bannerman, and now the Trebuchet is not able to occupy cities, so they're just going to have to get the hell out of there. They have, although they do have some Western Sworn Swords, they're also in the area, so maybe Moor Cailin not as safe as we may think it is. Depending on what their movement is, they may be able to come in and snatch that away. That would be a huge move for Tywin Lannister, but no. Looks like the Bannerman and the Swordsman move in. They take out the Trebuchet, and the Sworn Swords just decide to get the hell out of there. Peter's made peace with Balon Greyjoy. I wonder if he got anything for free. He did. He got 10 towers for as part of that peace deal, and that is a huge deal. That is a huge deal for the Vale. And the Vale just increased its power a lot there by picking up 10 towers. That was one of the Ironborn's original cities, and that was a huge move. And they've effectively blocked these guys in here now. So Peter Baelish doing a great job of consolidating his power. Doing really, really well. Whereas Tywin Lannister might be at the top of the scoreboard, but to be honest, his lands are quite spread out. You can see Bronzegate down here is still not linked up, and the Twins in the north here as well. Let's have a look over in the east. Oh, Daenerys' army is on the move, founding more and more cities. It's going to be interesting to see where she decides to go with this army, because while she's away, Khal Drogo's got this huge army here as well, with Dothraki cars and legions. And this, I mean, Daenerys does have some Unsullied. You can see that Khal Drogo's not happy with Daenerys. I think she's sensing this, and she's bringing her army back now. As you can see, was that a declaration of war? No, it wasn't. Castle Black has declared war on Stannis Baratheon. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, it looks like Daenerys Targaryen started to bring back her forces, because she senses something is up with Khal Drogo here, as he's amassed a huge army here. And it just depends what kind of tactician Drogo's AI is, because he's going to be able to do some serious damage with an army that big. It looks like Daenerys has split her army up a little bit. You can see Westeros starting to colonize the east here. We've got Old Anchor for the Vale and Driftmark for Stannis Baratheon. And it looks like Olenna pieced out with Dawn, and as part of the deal picked up Lemonwood. So good move by her. Although Renly is starting to form an army here in Haystack Hall. It'll be interesting to see who he declares war on, either Dawn or the Tyrells. And Moor Cailin up north, still not fallen. And Robb Stark has completed the Moon Door. Eastwatch starting to take some damage now. I'm surprised how long these, how long the walls stayed intact. Ooh, there we go. Robb Stark finally getting his shit together. He's taken out Grunmere. And he may be marching on for Balvere and Queen's Crown. That would be interesting. That'll be 3 quick cities. You see, that's knocked Manstone into 3rd place score-wise. We're going to see what Robb Stark does here now. Well, he's not going to peace out because these guys are constantly at war, I'm pretty sure. It's part of the mod. We're going to see if he's going to march for somebody else. Because he does have these... northern... Cranagman? These northern archers, we're going to call them. And look at the size of that Dothraki horde. You can see Daenerys strategically placing some Unsullied in the area. They've actually put down a citadel as well, which has chipped away at her land just a little bit. So if a war goes down here, that citadel's really going to help the Dothraki horde out. And there's a tenuous link for Daenerys' lands. But she's got some long swordsmen. She's got some crossbowmen. She's got some Unsullied. And she's got dragons. Is the most important thing. She can use these dragons because they are all elders now. And they're going to be really, really powerful. They could be a game changer. She's done a good job of keeping them alive. And you can see Highgarden, Tyrell, sneaking into 2nd place. The Dothraki horde just consolidating itself. When this war kicks off, it is going to be fast and it is going to be brutal. So everything fairly quiet in Westeros now. Apart from in the north. It looks like the Starks are moving in on Queen's Crown now, even though Mance Rayder has those mammoths. No, they're moving in on Balvere first. Stannis has made peace with Volantis. I think that was just an alliance war, not a war of proximity. Nothing going to come of that one. Going to see if the Starks have the military strength to be able to take out Balvere. Looks like they are peppering them with their shots. Balvere looks like it's got a lot of hit points. And the Starks may not have enough units to be able to take this one out. You can see their units are falling. And here we go. Khal Drogo has declared war on Daenerys Targaryen. This is going to be the bit... Oh my god, look at that horde. It has come rolling in. Tolos has already lost some health. And Daenerys' army is scattered around quite a bit at the moment. She's got a lot of stuff in the west here. Her army's basically been split in 2. That was a great little maneuver by Khal Drogo. He's going to take this city so quickly. Next turn, this will definitely fall unless Daenerys can do something about taking out some of these units. And she does have trebuchets. And she does have dragons. But this city, Tolos, is going to fall very, very quickly indeed. You can see... No! She was able to hold on to it. Nope, there we go. Tolos falls to the Dothraki. But Daenerys has done a good job of doing some damage to these units. The rest of her army is kind of just stalling, though. These guys need to start moving in if they're going to be of any help whatsoever. She's got a dragon down here in Astapor. But it looks like the AI is reluctant to move it out because it's the last defender of Astapor. This dragon is doing some serious work. She's retaken Tolos now. And how long will it remain in her hands? And what's going to happen once, if she is able to fight off the Dothraki? Is she going to turn around and maybe go and assault and take out some of his cities? Because that would be interesting. This dragon is doing some great work. The second dragon's down there in Astapor. I don't know where the third one is. Maybe it fell early on in the war to the Horde. Because it looks like that dragon just got taken out instantly. That Elder Dragon... I can't see it anywhere. Wow, I think it got obliterated that quickly. So they've taken Tolos. I don't think they're going to be able to take Marine, although they only have one unit of very, very damaged Unsullied in there, but there are more coming in. Tolos stays firmly in the hands of the Dothraki horde. They were able to take out that Elder Dragon as well, and they took that out so quickly. That's unbelievable. But I mean, Daenerys has the forces to repel this. She just isn't. Here we go. The Elder Dragon's moving from Astapor now. We're going to see where that's going to end up. And here we go. This is going to be a big war as well. Peter Baelish has declared war on Robb Stark. Going to see. We know that when the Vale goes to war, it doesn't go to war lightly. Here we go. Daenerys' army is mobilized. It's moving in. She has a lot of forces. The Dothraki are looking a little bit thin on numbers. You see, a lot of these guys are great generals and workers, not actually military units. Let's take a look over in the north and see what there we go. That is how you assault Moor Cailin. Holy shit. That is going to be... Yeah. That's going to be difficult for Robb Stark to deal with. But Drogo's made peace with Daenerys. They've decided that Tolos was enough. Did they pick anything up out of the peace deal? Or just Tolos? Looks like just Tolos. Which has effectively cut Daenerys' territory in two. And the Dothraki are building up their power very, very quickly. Somebody is going to have to do something about that. But the only person to really be able to do anything about it is Daenerys. And she just took a huge blow. Northern Bannermen moving in, but this isn't going to be enough to hold on to Moor Cailin. Like I said, when the Vale goes to war, you saw with Stannis, they didn't just take one city and peace out. They took Antlers, they took Duskdale, and then they took Rook's Nest as part of the peace deal. So when the Vale goes to war, it really, really goes to war. I would not be surprised if they take Moor Cailin, White Harbour, and then march on to Winterfell. They probably haven't got the forces to take out Winterfell, because it does have a military strength of 50. But as you can see, Moor Cailin has fallen now. The Stark Bannermen move in, but it's going to be to no avail. Tywin's made peace with Robb Stark, so at least he's only got two wars to think about. Because most of his forces are up here in the north trying to fight off Mance Rayder, but Mance Rayder is here now. Look at this. Look at all of these war mammoths. They have come crashing through the wall. So Robb Stark may have taken Grunmere and Balveer. Mance Rayder's going to take them right back, as well as Last Hearth. So the Starks are caught really in an awkward situation now, as they have the Vale in the south, Mance Rayder in the north, and White Harbour's under attack now. It looks like Tywin Lannister's not happy with somebody. Everybody declaring, all the city-states declaring war. That's just because of alliances, not because they're actually going to get involved. Have to see how things are going over here in the east. Daenerys is consolidating herself on this left-hand side in the west, which has got all these large cities in the east. And it looks like the Dothraki army's kind of just melted away. I'm not really sure where they are. Well, here really, aren't they? But it looks like Daenerys has the forces to go toe-to-toe with the Dothraki. The problem is the Dothraki have spread themselves out, and they've taken a huge amount of land, and they're just gonna consolidate that now. No one's really gonna be able to stop them. The only person to stop them is gonna be Daenerys. But I think, to be honest, her days are numbered now. Daenerys's. There isn't going to be... I'd give her less than 100 turns before the Dothraki wipe them out. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the Starks now. Because like I said, the Vale's definitely got enough forces to take White Harbour. It'll possibly march on to Winterfell. Mance is going to take all of this stuff up north, and that might leave them just with Deepwood Moat. But then, well, they're at peace with Tywin now. A whole bunch of city-states declaring war and peace there. Not that we really care about that. And there we go. Last Hearth falls to Mance Rayder. He is on a roll. He's got his eyes set firmly on Grunmere now. Used to be his city. White Harbour coming under full-scale siege now. Winterfell has a huge defence, though, 50. It's going to be really difficult to take that city out. If we have a look at some of the other capitals. Where's Castle Rock? Defence of 42. Highgarden, 37. King's Landing, 24. Storm's End, 43. Dragonstone, 39. So Winterfell is the most well-defended capital at the moment. So it's not going to be an easy task for the Vale to take out Winterfell, but it's just completely undefended. White Harbour falls in an instant. And it looks like Mance Rayder has decided just to take last half and then turn around and maybe go for Castle Black, try and wipe out those guys. And the Starks, I think, are just a little bit lost at the moment. They don't really know what to do. They've got workers working on these new cities that they've taken, but they're not going to be holding them for long because the army's moving, of Mance Rayder's moving in from the north. And they're not going to be able to hold on to them. And there we go. The Vale is marching on Winterfell. This is going to be interesting to see how this one goes. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to find out in the next episode because we're going to have to take a break right there. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments section how your pick is working out. Let me know who you chose and how you think it's going for your particular chosen faction. Like I said, the Ironborn don't seem to have showed up to the party. Neither has Stannis. Although the war with the Vale kind of woke him up a bit. He's founded a city in the east and now he's building up some forces there as well. So this could be a second win for Stannis. Renly's been quiet for a long time and Highgarden is still at war, it would seem. In fact, are they at war with Renly? Did I just completely miss that war? They've taken Haystack Hall away from Renly Baratheon. So the Tyrells doing a good job here. They've now moved into first place. But anyway, we'll find out whether Winterfell will get sacked in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.